So, kids, moving forward to our next topic, that is Afzal Khan's counter move. Now, last move, what we did see that Shivaji Maharaj shifted his headquarters from Rajgarh to Pratapgad. So that was the move Shivaji made. Now, what did Afzal Khan when he got to know about this? How did he react, or what did he do? Let us see. When the Khan learned that Shivaji had moved to Pratapgad, he became very angry. He was aware of the difficulties in conquering Pratapgad. It was surrounded by thick forest and high hills. There was no proper approach road to the forest, and it was very difficult to move his artillery. Besides, the jungle was full of wildlife. Now as we know that Pratapgarh was a difficult place to go up to because it was on hills. It had many hills over there. It was full of the forest, and there were many wild animals also. So it was quite dangerous, and no one even dared to come to that Javali area and this Pratapgarh. So now Afzal Khan knew this very well because he was in Subedar at the Y place for 12 years. So he knew the location of Pratapgarh and everything. Now he became very angry, this Afzal Khan. Now what the hell this Shivaji did? Like from Rajgarh to now Pratapgarh, now it is difficult for me to conquer. Now Afzal Khan knew this. It was very difficult for him to go to Pratapgarh with all the army. Artillery means like big guns, and the caliber of the guns is very large, which are used in the armies to in for the war purposes. If you search in the Google, you can definitely see the pics of artillery. You must have definitely seen that there are long vehicles. Even today in our Indian army, there are different types of artilleries used, long guns like which have a good caliber, so that are generally used in the wars. So if you search it in the Google, you can definitely see the images of the artillery, okay, what actually how artillery looks like. So Shivaji knew Afzal Khan understood now it is difficult for him to go to Pratapgarh with all the army and the artillery. So, and because Pratapgarh has many thick hills, correct, and much wildlife was also over there, so it is very difficult to go to that place. Now what they are telling, the Khan initiated many moves in the hope of bringing Shivaji down to the plains. He attacked the holy cities of Pandharpur and Tuljapur. He had harassed the people. He was hopeful that these tactics would bring Shivaji down to the plain. Now what they're telling us, now Khan understood that Shivaji is sitting on in Pratapgarh with all his army and every stuff. Now he has changed the headquarters. Now it is not simple for Afzal Khan to go to Pratapgarh, okay, because that was quite risky and he can't go. He knew that very well. So now what he can do, now Shivaji is on the top of the hill. So he decided to bring Shivaji to the plain. So he thought that I will force Shivaji Maharaj to come below. So what did he do? For that, for to force him, he played another technique. He used a different strategy. The holy cities, we know Pandharpur and Tuljapur, still today they are the holy places, correct, the holy cities. There are many famous temples over there. So he attacked these holy cities, the people over there. He attacked that people, he harassed that people, he did much brutal things to the people. So looking at all this, Shivaji Maharaj will come down from the hill, from the Pratapgarh to the plains to this Afzal Khan. That is what he told. That was the technique, that was the strategy of Afzal Khan, because we know Afzal Khan was very good in doing strategies, correct. So he did this strategy. But what let us see now, what did Shivaji do? But Shivaji proved too clever for him. He refused to leave Pratapgarh. Then the Khan changed his tactics. In a spirit of apparent friendliness, he sent a message to Shivaji. You are like a son to me, come and see me. Return our forts and I shall see that Adil Shah makes you a Sardar at his court. Now what he is saying is, now he started harassing the people of Tuljapur and Pandharpur. He did much torture and much brutal things to them. And for that, why he did so that Shivaji will come down to the plains and he will fight with Afzal Khan, like he will fight with him. That is why Afzal Khan did all of this. But Shivaji was more clever. He understood the plan of Afzal Khan, and that is why he decided that he will not leave Pratapgarh at any cost. He was in Pratapgarh only. He did not come below to the plains. Nothing he did. He was in the Pratapgarh. Now Afzal Khan was like, oh, I did this also, but this Shivaji Maharaj is too clever. He is not ready to come down only. So he made another strategy. What strategy? He wrote a message, he wrote a letter to Shivaji Maharaj saying that, see Shivaji, you are like a son to me. You are like my son. You have, because he was maybe quite aged, and Shivaji Maharaj was very young, correct? So he told him, like, you are my son to me, you are like my son to me. You come to me and I will see you, and of course don't worry, you just return our forts and nothing will happen to you. In fact, I will tell Adil Shah also that, please Adil Shah, make Shivaji Maharaj and Sardar of your court. So Adil Shah will make you and Sardar at his court also. So don't worry, your life will be completely settled. You will be a Sardar at the court of Adil Shah. So that is what this letter Afzal Khan had written to Shivaji Maharaj. So this is what we have seen in Afzal Khan's counter move, this paragraph. Now let us see the further story. We'll look in the next video what actually they are trying to tell us. Like, what did Shivaji do after that? Now the story seems very interesting, isn't it, kids?